Africa is the second largest continent in the world, consisting of about 1/5 of the world's landmass. It boasts the world's longest river, the Nile, one of the largest lakes, Lake Victoria, and lush rainforests. It holds a vast wealth of minerals, gems, precious metals, and fossil fuels. Seems like a blueprint for success, right? Apparently not. Much of Africa struggles with economic development and political stability, a legacy due to its colonial past. As you probably know, oftentimes a group can accomplish more working together than individuals can working alone. The same can be said of states. The African Union is an intergovernmental organization formed to help nurture security, economic development, and economic integration among its member states. It is open to all states in Africa and currently has 54 members. We can trace the roots of the African Union back to the Organization of African Unity, OAU, which was formed in 1963. It became an advocate for human rights when it adopted the African Charter on Human Rights in 1981, leading to the formation of the African Human Rights Commission. On the economic development front, the treaty establishing the African Economic Community, AEC, became effective in 1994. The AEC is a significant step towards economic integration among the organization's members. The African Union became active in 2002 as a replacement for the OAU. The African Union is composed of numerous organs. Let's look at some of the key ones. The Pan-African Parliament is the legislator of the African Union. The Assembly consists of the heads of states and heads of government of each member state and is the governing body of the African Union. The African Court on Human and People's Rights has jurisdiction over all cases submitting to it concerning the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and related human rights laws and protocols adopted by the states in the African Union. The Peace and Security Council is charged with promotion of peace and security for and among member states. Other important organs that are in the process of development include the African Investment Bank, the African Monetary Fund, and the African Central Bank. Like most political organizations, the African Union has its supporters and its critics. Many critics argue that the African Union remains beholden to development policies from the developed world that may not always be designed to put the interests of its member states first. Critics have also argued that the African Union has been lax on keeping its commitment to human rights and that its peacekeeping efforts haven't been adequate. On the other hand, supporters claim that the African Union has made improvements over its predecessor, the OAU, in improving the political and economic situation of its members. Let's review what we've learned. The African Union is an intergovernmental organization of states on the African continent that seeks to enhance the security, economic development, and economic integration of its member states. We can trace the roots of the organization back to its predecessor organization, the Organization of African Unity, which was formed in 1963. The African Union was established in 2002 to replace the OAU. Some of its major organs include the Pan-African Parliament, the Assembly, the African Court on Human and People's Rights, and the Peace and Security Council. Assessment of the effectiveness of the African Union has been mixed.